Imagine earning money every single day from creating simple videos around products that you already have in your garage and sitting around your house, uploading those to Amazon, and then getting paid. In this episode of the Think Media podcast, we're actually going to be doing a deep dive complete tutorial with 5 steps for how to sign up for the Amazon Influencer Program and some tips that a lot of people aren't talking about with what videos to make and how to ultimately get the highest commissions possible and how to get started and eventually scale with this opportunity, even into other platforms. So if you're wanting to do a side hustle, or if you're already a content creator or YouTuber and wanting to create new streams of income, this deep dive is going to be powerful. Now, my guest today is Kathleen Kobel, who is an Amazon selling expert and probably the leading voice when it comes to earning money from the Amazon Influencer Program. We'll talk a little bit about the differences between affiliate marketing offsite as well as this opportunity on-site, and check out time codes and chapters on the YouTube version of this to skip around and learn. This is also part 2 in our series with Kathleen. So check out part 1 for some more juicy info on this topic. But Kathleen, let's just kick this off with step 1 of your 5 steps, which is apply for the Amazon Influencer Program. Maybe give us the big vision as I've done the intro here, but then bring it into getting started with this opportunity.
Yes. So thank you so much, Sean. I'm really excited to talk about this because I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there. So the steps that I'm going to be talking about, you all can literally just go through these steps, get in and start earning money. So as far as how does it actually work, the Amazon Influencer Program, it's similar to affiliate marketing, right? But the beauty of it is that you can kind of take the marketing piece off, right? You're still being an affiliate. It's more content creation in UGC as far as being able to earn on Amazon. Because how it works is once you get accepted to the program, which we're going to talk about, get unlocked for on-site commission, then you're able to create content that you then upload to Amazon, which then lives on Amazon.com, where customers are already browsing and deciding about the products that they want to purchase. So that is really the beauty of the program. You're creating the content and Amazon is doing most of that marketing for you because they are allowing your content to live on their site, which then when people watch your video or click through your photos and purchase the item that you're showing or you're recommending, you then earn commission.
I love that. And so how do we apply for the Amazon Influencer, Amazon Creator Program?
Yes. So in order to apply, if you guys just Google Amazon Influencer Program or Amazon Influencer Program sign up, there's only one page. You can go ahead and just apply there. What it is Amazon is going to ask you for one of 4 social media channels. So you can choose from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook business page, or TikTok. And so what you want to do is not even necessarily take your highest following or subscriber. You want to try with your social platform that has the most engagement. And I always say this right away because it's really important. You can apply to the influencer program an unlimited amount of time. So if you're like, well, I'm not sure if I should do it today, just do it today. Just do it and see if you can get in. Because what Amazon is going to do, they're going to tell you right away. So when you go to apply, you get to pick one of those 4 platforms and Amazon will have you log in so they can make sure that, you own that particular channel. And then they're going to decide whether to let you in or not. Now, there is no black and white requirements here. So it's not if you have 5,000 YouTube subscribers, you're going to get in. If you have, 500 TikTok, followers, you can get in. No, it's really just very arbitrary. But like I said, I recommend just starting with your highest engagement platform. With that said, the easiest way to get in right now is through TikTok. So if you're finding you've applied with everything you have already, you're not getting in, I recommend if you want to get in as quickly as possible to either start a TikTok or start growing that engagement on your existing TikTok channel and then come back and apply.
Such great tips. And that's a juicy nugget as far as TikTok kind of being a hack for getting in. And you also do have a class with some deeper details that people can check out. So we'll make sure to put that in the show notes at videoreviewclass.com, or just click the link in the show notes or the YouTube description. So step 1 is apply for the Amazon Influencer Program. Step 2 is unlock on-site commissions? Break this down.
Yeah, so this is, like you said, the beauty of the whole program. So once you're accepted into Amazon's influencer program, the second step to really be able to earn big with the program is to unlock on-site commission. And what that requires is you uploading 3 videos to Amazon directly, which they're then going to review and decide if you get unlocked or not. And so there's a few things that they're looking for and kind of some pro tips that I want to just make this as easy as possible for you, because for this particular thing, you only have 3 tries. So this is very important to get right. Ideally, the first time. If you don't the first or second, you do have 3 tries. But this is where you really want to focus and make sure that you have all of your, I's dotted and T's crossed here, because if you don't get in after 3 tries, you then basically have to start all the way over from scratch with new social media and reapplying for the influencer program for the entire thing. And so I will say, with getting unlocked for on-site commission, you only want 3 videos. So that's kind of one common misconception is people are like, well, I uploaded 10. It's like, well, don't do that. Only do 3, because it's just going to take longer for Amazon to approve them. It's going to take longer for them to review them. And then if one of those 10 videos doesn't make the cut, right? Now you're just not in. So this is the only time where I'm like, just do the bare minimum here. You only want to do 3 to really maximize your chances of getting in that first time. And, as far as like orientation goes, you can do horizontal, you can do vertical. I have people that get in with showing their face or not showing their face. But really the most important thing with these first 3 videos is that you are staying within Amazon's terms of service. And there's certain things that you can say and certain things that you should never say that will definitely get your first 3 videos rejected. And so, my top tips for this, first off, is as far as what products, you really want to do 1 product per video. You don't want to create a compilation of 10 different products for your first video. Pick 3 products that you use and you love and create 1 video for each of those, because you only want to tag 1 product per video, especially for these first 3. Once these are approved, you can get a little more liberal. So everything I'm saying, I just want you all to take this with a grain of salt, because when you're approved and you're uploading more videos, if you violate something or you say something Amazon doesn't like, or you make a medical claim, they're just going to reject your video and not approve it. And then you can just go delete it and try again, right? So this is really just with these first 3. You just want to make sure that the items that you are creating content for are safe items, because I see a lot of people getting their content rejected for medical claims or revealing personal information. And they're just so picky with these first 3. I mean, I had someone do Lysol wipes for one of their first 3 videos. And that is just the biggest no-no, right? Don't do anything where you're even remotely making a claim, right? You can say this Lysol wipe cleaned my desk perfectly, and Amazon's going to be like, well, you said it cleaned and we don't know if it's going to clean everyone else's, right? So pick something easy, pick something out of your kitchen, do a book, just do something very safe. Don't talk about pricing. Don't talk about any sort of claims, medical claims. And one other thing too is you can't show barcodes or packaging. So those are kind of like my best tips to get those first 3 videos approved, as far as what products to do and what to not say.
Wow, it's really, insights make sense. And it does make sense, especially, these are the nuances of related to maybe different pandemics and things that have happened, and saying what promising results. It's funny about Lysol wipes, but what a powerful insight, which brings us to number 3. Edit videos and upload them to Amazon. So now what's our next step?
So the first thing, so you want to record your video, right? And so whether that's you sitting in front of the camera, holding the thing and showing it, that's one way I do it. The other way I do it is just to have my camera. And when I say camera, I mean my iPhone. You don't need very extravagant equipment at all for these videos. My iPhone, I have a tripod, sure. But a lot of my videos are just me over the product, doing a product demonstration with my hands and just close up on the product. Because at the end of the day, I mean this in the nicest way possible. Amazon customers don't really care who you are. They want to see the product, right? They want to see the product up close, and they want to know if you like the product. They want to get their questions answered about the product, whatever their hesitation is, whatever they're watching that video, they're hoping that you're going to answer that question for them. So if you start with hey, my name is Kathleen Kobel, and this is what I like, and you're going to lose them, right? And so I think another thing too, as far as the editing and the uploading, is that these videos do not have to be very produced. As far as editing goes, I like to cut out the ums or the downtime because I want the customers to watch it for as long as possible. But other than that, I have found too, in my analytics and just reviewing my own videos and my students' videos, some of the best converting videos are just the raw, here's the thing, here's my experience with this product, and here's why I love it, or here's maybe what I would have wanted to know before I purchased the item. And so, I think it's really important to actually not have super highly produced videos, especially for these first three, because we want the Amazon customer to just think you're a regular person who's just showing the item. And when it gets too produced, then I find that sometimes we lose people because they're like, well, you're obviously, earning money for this and all that, which, they know you are, because it says right there, earns commission on each video. But I would say the less produced, the better. You can work your way up to, of course, having very, very nice videos, but especially for the first three, they really don't have to be anything fancy at all.
Yeah, it's a genius tip. The way I summarize that too is the trim the fluff, but leave it raw, because jump cutting out ums or a mistake or things like that just help the viewer get to the main stuff quicker and not be distracted or bored. But yet you're telling me, right, that if it's a little bit shaky or if the lighting's not perfect, that we're talking about on-site videos on Amazon, and people are looking for people in a normal garage, a normal living room, a normal kitchen, just their normal day-to-day life that they can relate with, that is sharing that information and experience they've had with the product, a person that's regular just like them, because that's what you and I are too. We're just regular people who are using stuff. And so is that kind of the vision? Is that, because I know on YouTube, we get in that perfectionism mindset. Oh, if I don't have the perfect lighting, if I don't have the perfect studio, if I don't have the perfect camera. And so people want to see the real and the raw, yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely people want to see the real and the raw. I would say the most important things as far as, Amazon's definition of quality standards go, you just want to have good lighting and good audio, right? I think those are the two main things that, if there's buzzing in the background or the lighting is bad, that's not a great experience for the customer either. So I think as long as you have those two things solid, your camera can be a little shaky. You could say if one slips through the editing or anything like that. But yeah, the more raw and authentic I found, the better converting the video is.
Amazing. Okay, so step 1, apply for the Amazon Influencer Program. Step 2, unlock on-site commission. Step 3, edit videos and upload them to Amazon. Step 4, build your Amazon storefront. So what is an Amazon storefront, and what are your tips for maximizing this?
Yes. And so I have this as step 4 because once you upload your first 3 videos to Amazon, it could take anywhere from a day to a month for them to approve. Now, we keep seeing this time getting shorter. And so, it was a month a while back. I actually haven't heard of anyone waiting a month in quite a while. So I would say really like a week or two, Amazon could ideally come back and approve you for on-site commission. But while you're waiting, right, I always recommend you build out your Amazon storefront, which this is where all of your content is going to live once you start uploading more content. But this is also like your Amazon URL. So this is where you can direct people, and there's a lot less restrictions as far as how you can share this URL with people. With the Amazon Associates links, you have to be very careful and make sure you always have proper disclosure. And with your brand store, with your storefront, because it says earns commission right under there, you're able to do things like include this link in an email to someone, whereas, with other links, you're not. And so I love the storefront because it is the place where you can showcase all of your top recommended products. Any photos or videos that you create and upload to Amazon will automatically go on there. But then you can also create, curation lists and idea lists. So if you're talking in a video about more than one thing, say you have, your top 10 travel items, you can create an idea list with all 10 of those in there, and it just lives right on your storefront there, making it really easy for you to not only to promote, but then for your audience and your followers to find that list and be able to see all the products in one space that you were talking about.
I love the opportunity that there is with building out your storefront. And in a future conversation in part one, I want to mention some resources for our listeners. You can really scale this up because it's not now just on-site videos, but you could start posting videos on other social media platforms. Of course, on YouTube, there's a big affiliate marketing opportunity, and optimizing your Amazon storefront and expanding this opportunity with affiliate marketing is absolutely huge. We're going to hit step 5 in just a second, but I actually want to encourage listeners. You told me your story in part one. You earned $4,700 in your second month of doing this. But one of the reasons that happened is actually kind of similar to my story, is you also were doing this in December. Now, depending on when listeners are watching this, any time of the year is a good time to jump in. But when we're posting this podcast, there is actually a huge opportunity to get positioned to this. And what I mean is Q4 of the year, around the holidays, holiday shopping goes crazy. Cyber Monday, Black Friday. Online shopping just goes up, period. And even if you didn't do anything strategic, if you had previous strategic videos you've posted, then all of a sudden your commissions are going to go up. And that was my story. I actually lost all my freelance clients in October of 2015. And I was approaching this opportunity of affiliate marketing through Amazon from a YouTube lens, ranking YouTube videos, talking about tech. And between the end of October, November, and December, I was able to quickly scale my revenue because of the timing of the year. Yes, doing all the best practices. Yes, also fumbling my way forward and putting out bad videos, and some were better than others and making mistakes. But the timing matters. And so I just want to encourage listeners, fortune favors the bold. There's something about taking massive action. And again, maybe it does. It might not take 30 days. That's what Kathleen's telling us. It might only take a few days. But the sooner you get started, and the sooner you get your on-site commissions approved, and the sooner you learn the best practices, and the sooner you start posting videos now, there's certain times of the year where your earnings can absolutely skyrocket. Kathleen, how is your feeling about that? I mean, you could just expand a little bit on when you kind of saw this opportunity and did it. And not only was it figuring out the tips, but it was also the timing. Can you break that down?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, for any kind of opportunity like this, there's no time like the present, of course. The best time to start is right now. But to your point, Sean, Q4 is where just exponentially you have people that are buying things online, but especially on Amazon, right? We have the holiday shopping, we have Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And so that's kind of, how I discovered this was the opportunity in the program was, so I did a lot of services for sellers for about a decade, really, before I started with the Amazon Influencer Program, really getting into it. And so how I discovered this on-site commission opportunity even existed was, it was November of 2021, and I was, working on a client's account, and I was looking at their product listing page, and I'm clicking around and I see these videos on the page where I'm like, we didn't create these videos. Who are these people, and why are they promoting, my client's products? And more importantly, why is their video on Amazon? So, after a little more digging, I learned it was part of the Amazon Influencer Program. And it's very clear, right? It says earns commission. So I knew there was some sort of opportunity there. So once I learned a little bit more about it and what kind of it entailed, I just dove in, with my Amazon background. It was a really great resource for me to be able to, I quickly uploaded my first 3 videos. I'll be transparent. I was not a video person before I started with this. I've learned a lot along the way. I still have a lot to learn as far as video creation goes. But I am an Amazon person. So I was able to go and look at those product listings and consult my order history and find the best opportunities to really, how can I create the best videos for the best opportunity products as quickly as possible. And that's how I was able to scale to $4,700 in my first real full month in Amazon, which, yes, was a December. But I think at that point, I had less than 50 videos that first month. And so it was really the kind of Amazon expertise and just finding the opportunity and being in the right place at the right time. Q4, December, Lots of opportunity there.
Well, after step 5, I want to ask you a couple other kind of deeper dive tips on this. But as we're going through your 5-step system, step 5 is scale your earnings. And so what are some tips under this one?
Yeah. So I think one big thing, and I get this asked so much, like all the time, is like, so do I have to just spend thousands of dollars on Amazon every month in order to make any money? And the answer is no. First off, I would say, if you buy things on Amazon, just go consult your order history, right? And little pro tip, right? If you're like, well, I've already recorded and I've run out of things, right? I get this all the time. I've run out of things to create for. And I'm like, I challenge you, go in your order history and search for rooms in your house, search for kitchen, search for living room, and things are going to pop up in your order history that you bought 5 years ago, 7 years ago, that you're like, oh yeah, I did buy that and I use it and love it. I forgot that was from Amazon. So you can consult your order history to find things. There's so much opportunity with friends and family. There's opportunities to get free stuff, right?
Friends and families, products.
Yes.
The things that are at your parents' house, the stuff that so friends and like the people in your world have got stuff from Amazon as well.
Oh, yes. Yes. One of my favorite stories that I like to tell about this is one of my best girlfriends was having a baby. And so she actually had an Amazon baby registry. And so what I did was I went to her baby registry. I vetted the top like 20 to 25 products that I saw opportunities for. And I approached her and I'm like, hey, can I come over for one day? I'll throw you some money. I'll help you set up all the baby stuff. And like the good thing for me was that I had already used most of that stuff for my babies. I had just gotten rid of it because my kids are a little bit older now. But I was able to go there, help her put together her stuff. I paid her a couple $100. I mean, I very quickly 10x'd my money from that day just by recording things that were at her house, which again, I had experience with, but she was also able to tell me, here's this thing and here's why I love it. And I recorded it. I did a voiceover, later when I got home, and those videos still earn for me. And that was probably 2.5 years ago now. So when you think you've run out of opportunities, you don't have to spend money, right? You can scan things around your house, ask friends and family. There's a lot of opportunity to find products to help you scale.
Man, so many genius tips. Now, before I ask a couple final tactical questions, there might be some listeners that want to go deep with this and they want to take bold action and also just kind of get the shortcut to like learn everything after being an Amazon seller since 15 years ago. And then as soon as this program launched, you've really mastered it. You've helped now so many different creators get into this program. You run a whole group. You've got a course called Amazon Creator Success System. What is that all about? And what do people learn inside of that?
Yes. So the course is Influence and Earn. I have to be very careful with the Amazon reference. So it's for Amazon creators, right? So it's called Influence and Earn. And what it is it's basically taking you through kind of these 5 steps that we're talking about, but in a much more detail. So, you actually get to see me recording videos, and I show you a couple different ways that I use editing tools to edit and upload those videos on top of, not only best practices like the do's and don'ts of this program, because we're in this for the long haul, right? This is not get rich quick. This is, I'm creating this. I have this income stream, and this is going to be an income stream for me for as long as this program exists. And so we always make sure that we are very white hat. We're complying with all Amazon's terms and conditions, but then really also deep diving into like how to look at an Amazon product listing and find the opportunity, what kind of tools out there will help you with this, but also, what can you just see as far as, analyzing your reporting is a huge one, doing some upkeep and maintenance on existing videos and really deciding like how to look at your analytics and find what's working so that you can replicate that for your future content. We also talk about repurposing, right? There's so many different, basically, if I'm doing something, it gets added to Influence and Earn. So it started as a, kind of do it yourself course, and it still is, but now there's, monthly office hours, and we have a great community, and I'm just constantly adding more trainings because it's like, if I'm making money this way with my Amazon content, I put it in the course. And so I want to be able to share that with everyone in the program. And Amazon's always changing, right? So constantly updating. And when I learn something, I put it in the course. And so that's really, if you want to scale and you're like, I am into this, I want to do this the right way and kind of bypass that learning curve, that's a good option for you.
Well, that's amazing. So we'll make sure to link to your course, Influence and Earn. That'll be in the show notes and the description down below. And that is invaluable just to get the do's and the don'ts and the terms of service. Over the past really month plus, I've gone so deep into all of this Amazon influencer review video space, but I've also seen that there's some sketchy people out there and some people doing, you mentioned white hat. If someone's new to that term, white hat means above board, means the proper ways of doing things. It goes all the way back to SEO conversations, search engine optimization, where there's like the ethical way of ranking websites. And then black hat was people in forums being like, hey, we can game the system, we can trick the system. And unfortunately, there's bad actors and bad characters that even teach or promote that stuff. So I want to encourage listeners, be careful with who you're following on YouTube, be careful with who you're learning from, because it's one thing to do maybe a black hat tactic, but then your store can get shut down, you could get banned from Amazon, and you ultimately can miss out on the long tail opportunity here. And so if you want to get just all of the best information and really maximize this opportunity as quickly as possible, you can check out a link to Kathleen's course in the description, Influence and Earn, and read about everything that's included in that as well. I want to just kind of ask about future opportunity and some of even the new programs that Amazon is doing. What's fascinating to me as being an Amazon affiliate for so long and a part of the Amazon influencer program, we got an email, I want to say maybe around, it was last December, because it's a very strategic time during the holidays where sometimes Amazon really wants to incentivize people. They might raise commissions. And I think that's what they said they were going to do. I think they said they were going to give us a bonus or something. And they said they were going to they did raise our percentages. We typically get 4% for cameras. They said, hey, electronics and cameras, I think it's going to 5 or 6. So I was like, that was just them initiating that, as well as sometimes different promotions they do around Amazon Prime Day and whatnot. And so certainly there are future things to come because Amazon's also doing this. They want to motivate you and me to create these videos. They want us to also be able to do this in a way that could support our families or earn us extra income, because it helps them win, obviously, as well, and expand the Amazon empire that is, so influential. So speak a little bit about those things that you've seen happen as this program continues to evolve. And you had mentioned when we were talking, I think last week, about even like some new ways that if you're posting videos, Amazon might pay you in other ways too, if they distribute those videos on different surfaces.
Yes. So that's a really cool opportunity. And basically when you get accepted to the program, you kind of just check a box. They're called creator ads. So if Amazon really likes your content, they will take your video and they'll go put it on TikTok or Snapchat or wherever, right? And it's your content, right? So then they'll actually use your content as an ad, which people then can click and it'll go to your video, your storefront, and then you're able to earn commission from an ad that Amazon is paying to use your content. So I think that's a really cool opportunity. There's just so many. There's so many. And, some we can talk about and some we cannot. But I think the two best ones that I know we can talk about, the first one is international marketplaces. So Amazon's kind of been stopping and going, but Amazon US is just one marketplace, right? There's Amazon Canada, there's Amazon UK, Australia, India, Japan, Singapore, Germany, all of these different locations. Many of these have the Amazon influencer program as an option, right? And so Amazon is, like I said, they're kind of, the influencer program exists for all these different marketplaces, but they're kind of putting shoppable videos on and then taking them off. And then they put them on and then they take them off. But the good news is that, they're probably going to be on at some point forever. Amazon is just testing. And the US is obviously the biggest market for Amazon. So they've never taken off shoppable videos really. But I see that as another opportunity, especially when people are like, well, it's getting a little saturated. And, how do we really make sure that this is a good opportunity for us if there's thousands of other influencers, creating content? And it's like, well, first off, there's new sellers and new products being added to Amazon every single day. The other thing is the international opportunity. It's a whole kind of untapped opportunity if you're only in the US. And, speaking of the US, I think another really cool opportunity that Amazon has, and they're just adding more opportunity to this program, is called Creator Connections. And that basically pairs sellers with influencers. Sellers can go create campaigns. They can say, hey, we have these products and we're willing to pay an extra 10%, 15%, 20% for this amount of time if you decide that you want to promote these products. You can earn from on-site, so you don't necessarily have to be posting on your social media. You can earn extra from on-site. You just have to opt into the campaign and create some content for it. And so I see this as another really cool opportunity to not only earn more than that 4%, right? So it'd be 4 plus whatever the additional percentage is. But this is also a great way to partner with brands, because you can actually message brands and sellers through Amazon using this platform. And so just more opportunity to earn, more opportunity to partner with brands. And I don't see that going away anytime soon.
Well, Kathleen, you've added so much value here. I do want people to be able to maximize everything they've learned in that. So a couple resources. If you missed part 1, Kathleen dropped even more tactics and tips for learning about this. So check out the show notes for part 1 of our conversation on the Think Media podcast. Also, if you do want to go deeper and explore how you can just tap into everything Kathleen knows in her Influence and Earn online course all about this, we'll link to that in the show notes as well. And we've learned as well that the monthly office hours you're doing, the community, that's the kind of stuff we do in our programs, because these types of things are changing all the time. So what you want to be connected with a group so you can always stay up to date and just get the best and most accurate information, really being updated consistently. And so check out Kathleen's course. And I do want to encourage you, whether you jump in her course, whether you just step out right now and take massive action, that's our message for you, especially right now. All year is a good time to jump into this, but specifically Q4 as it just pertains to commerce in general, just shopping in general, especially here in the US, but even globally, Canada, Boxing Day. We just know that we are not kidding when we say exponential. Exponential, like I found that in our affiliate earnings, we could go from 4 to 10x more than we earn per month, not necessarily because we do new strategic content, which we do, but because of previous content that has been positioned properly. And what I love about this opportunity that Kathleen's talking about is it's so in line with what we teach in Video Ranking Academy. That'd be offsite affiliate marketing through ranked videos. Subscribe to the podcast for more about that. And that's strategic. But now we're talking about on-site strategic videos that could be done around this season. And then just expanding your creator of business in general. I mean, brand deals, sponsorships, getting connections with brands, all by starting before you're ready, starting simple, getting out there, getting uncomfortable, following the 5 steps in this video, and check out show notes and resources as well. Kathleen, I want to acknowledge you. Smash like and share this episode out if you got value today. And my name is Sean Cannell, your guide to building a profitable YouTube channel, and we will catch you in the future episode.